What's up? My name is Bradley, and I just finished my second to last semester of grad school. I'm getting my master's in biology, but it's also International Carnivorous Plants Day. Do you want to come look at my carnivorous plants? Well, too bad. You're fucking coming anyways. I'm in my backyard in Imperial Beach, California, where it's nice out here. Let's go touch some grass or some plants, shall we? I'm still in my backyard in Imperial Beach, California, but I'm standing in front of my Nepenthes ventricosa. Nepenthes ventricosa are really cool because they eat bugs and other things too, depending on the species. But Carl Linnaeus, who was the father of describing pretty much every goddamn planet, animal on this planet and plant on this planet, looked at the Nepenthes and he said, "Wow, that is a beautiful fucking plant. I'm going to forget all my sorrows." So he named it Nepenthes. Nepenthes in the Greek means to dispel grief. And that is the thing that happens when bugs decide to investigate this plant further. Most of them will die because they will fall into a pit of digestive enzymes and things like that. Nepenthes ventricosa, pretty cool. This is my Nepenthes alata. Not doing as good as my Nepenthes ventricosa, but it's still getting around. This is my Nepenthes gaia and or Gaia. Whatever, Gaia, same thing. It is doing pretty good. Look at that fucking picture right there. Kind of cool, huh? Maybe I should just use this thing as a mic the whole time. Anyways, Nepenthes are found. A lot of them are found in the Philippines, Borneo, Sumatra, pretty warm places where, for the most part, they're all epiphytic. Some are even lithophytic, meaning that they grow on rocks. But alas, Nepenthes are really cool. Now, because they are epiphytic, meaning they grow on the ground, they don't get the nutrients in soil or nutrients in the soil they need in the ground, so they have to rely on eating bugs and things like that, like most other carnivorous plants. This is my Heliumphora heterodoxa minor, and they're from Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. They live in really isolated geographic range, which is the Tepui mountain range. If you've ever seen the movie Up, that's where the kid and the old dude go to Angel Falls. That's where these things live. It rains so goddamn much there, anywhere from 6 feet to 12 feet per year, that the soil is just naturally devoid of nutrients because it gets flushed out by the rains. Anyways, instead of having a lid, excuse the fucking birds uh, flying above me. Instead of having a lid, they have a little nectar cup right there that emits volatile organic compounds. Think really good smelling farts for bugs. That's what that is. Also, I'm gonna try and get you closer. If you look closer, they have a little uh, slit right there. That slit helps regulate water coming in and out of the pitcher because they do not have lids. So when it rains a lot, they don't want to get waterlogged. So they'll regulate water through that little slit. For some reason, my Heliumphora is doing really good right now because I pretty much water it or mist it every day with reverse osmosis water. So go figure. And this one right here is my pinguicula or butterwort. Pinguicula means fat, leathery one or greasy one in the Latin, I believe. They kind of all diversified from Mexico. There's a hot spot of diversity of pinguicula species coming from Mexico. Scientists are still trying to figure out what the hell happened. How come there's so many originating in Mexico? But what's cool about these guys is that they trap insects on their leathery leaves. They have like little drops on them, and they're really sticky and mucusy. Ugh. And after they have digested one fly or they've digested once on one leaf, that leaf will start to die off and they'll grow a new one. In the wintertime, this species in particular actually goes through a succulent phase where they don't rely much on being carnivorous, but more so on being succulent and kind of going a little dormant there. I'm standing in front of my Drosera binata right now, and it's flowering like crazy. It's got these like pink, white kind of flowers. Um, they open up during the day and they close at night. Drosera actually means dewdrop in the Greek, but right now what's going on is it's trapping this insect, and it's going to kill it with its little lollipop-like dew, I guess. And what's cool is Charles Darwin himself, thought that the Drosera was one of his favorite plants ever, and he thought they were really smart because he tried to put a piece of steak on a Drosera and it didn't eat it, but then when he put flies on a Drosera, it ate it. So that's cool. Fun fact for you. So then I have my Sarracenia, which are American pitcher plants found in places like Florida, South Carolina, places like that. They're pretty cool. They're all right. And then I have my Venus flytrap, probably some of the more popular carnivorous plants out there. But did you know that Venus flytraps are actually pretty endangered? They only live in certain parts of the Carolinas, I believe, a really, 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 really restricted geographical range. And they are actually under threat from people trying to develop on their rangeland, which really sucks. So, for those of you that like carnivorous plants, I don't recommend starting out getting a Venus flytrap because they do require to be in full sun outdoors, and they require a lot of water. And but what I mean by water is they need a lot of reverse osmosis or distilled water. They need to be sitting in water 24/7. I have mine in a tray with all my other Sarracenia, and I still suck at growing these. It's been challenging. They're probably one of my harder carnivorous plants I've ever grown. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm done talking about plants. I'm gonna go get dinner. I hope you have a great International Carnivorous Plant Day and that you learned something cool. All right, see you later.